I think I just need a bug.
Knowledge is one of the most important tools we can carry with us when coming to the wilderness. Although technology has created some amazing tools to make the whole experience a lot more pleasant. So let's talk about these tools, their advancements in technology, and how they can help you save your life. Camping is a word that describes a civilized human being spending leisure time in the wilderness. The way someone camps can be very different from others. While some require lots of comfort, others are very minimalistic about it. However your camping style is, you will find yourself looking for some cool gear that can perhaps save your life in the process. So I'll be reviewing and telling you about some items I found to be very innovative and are pushing the boundaries on what camping used to be. Let's talk about some of the new tech in camping and hiking. A shelter is one of the most important things you need when camping. The type of shelter will depend on your needs. Tents used to be made out of heavy canvas and used big metal beams as a frame. They were too heavy and bulky. Imagine it's dark and you need to set up your tent. Now imagine it's dark, windy and rainy, and you need to set up your tent. Normally, you would lay the main part of the tent on the ground so you can run the frame across it just to get the tent up. But it's windy and the tent keeps flying around. Once you finally have the frame in place, most likely you will have to add the rain fly before you can finally use the tent as protection against the rain and wind. This means it has been raining all over your tent all this time and you are wet and the inside of your tent is wet as well. There isn't much of a workaround the situation besides setting up a tarp where you will set up your tent. But setting up a tarp means you will be exposed to the wind and rain until it gets tied up. That brings me to a new advancement in tent technology. One that will eliminate much of the hassle of setting up tents, but it will also make it more lightweight and comfortable. Let's talk about beamless tents, or air beams. Certain tents are now bypassing the metal beams and using only air beams to support your tent. Some models even have an inflatable base to use as a sleeping pad, so you have one less item to carry. You must be thinking, sure, that's cool and all, but how does that help me setting up in the rain and in the dark? Well, the amazing thing about these tents is that in the event of heavy wind and rain, you can simply get inside of your tent before you even set it up. While inside, you are being protected from the wind and rain. Now you can inflate the air beams with the pump it comes with, and your tent is up, just like that. Let's say it isn't dark because you probably have a flashlight or lantern. They both depend on batteries or gas to operate. Batteries can get expensive, heavy, and can easily be lost or mixed up with other already used batteries. Gas lamps require canisters that can take up space, and most gas lanterns give off heat that can burn your skin or your tent, making it unsafe to keep inside your tent unsupervised, besides the fact they create condensation inside of your tent. The solution is LED lights powered by solar panels. It charges itself during the day, and the power consumption is so low that you are almost always guaranteed to have plenty of electricity for the evening time. Some solar lights are very inexpensive, lightweight, and compact. Some lights have a manual crank to generate electricity even when the sun isn't out. So now you have your tent set up and your solar light going. But it's still cold, you still don't know where you are, you're still thirsty and hungry. Normally at this point you would get a fire going so you can heat up some water and food and bring warmth and light. But it's been raining pretty hard and getting a fire started is going to be difficult. The solution here is a portable stove. Some portable stoves operate on alcohol, some use gas, and some will even use real wood or pellets as fuel. Even though portable stoves can be the solution for times when getting a fire isn't an option, they still require fuel. This will increase weight and take up space in your bag. I found an amazing little stove that runs on wood or any combustible material using the heat to generate electricity. It's basically a USB charger and portable stove in one unit. Another amazing feature about this stove is that it creates smokeless fire, so you can cook your meals without having to leave your tent. It is not meant to be used inside of the tent, but since most tents have a rainfly, you should have a little area in front of your tent where rain doesn't reach. Never buy a gas canister again, and never go without power again with this stove. Things are looking great. You have your tent, you have your light, and you have some fire. Now you can cook some food as well. There are plenty of to-go meals available, such as freeze-dried, that only require you to add boiling water to get them ready. These have a very long shelf life ranging from 12 to 25 years. They don't take up much space, are easy to make, and come in a large variety of ready-to-eat recipes. It is recommended by the manufacturer to taste a sample of these products before relying on them for emergency purposes. In a bad situation or emergency, your mental and emotional state can be greatly changed by having a good and tasty meal. But now you need some water to cook your meal with. Do you have enough water? Is it potable? If you answer no to any of these questions, you may find yourself having to collect water. In this scenario, you could simply have collected some rainwater. But to make things a little more interesting, let's say it has stopped raining. You will have to find a water source. Be it a creek, river, or a stream, chances are the water isn't ready for consumption. There are many water purifiers out there. Some come in capsules, some in pills, while some use a more conventional method. I'm going to focus on the most portable and technologically advanced water purifier I found. It's a water filter in the shape of a straw that allows you to drink directly from the water source through the straw. It is easy to use and highly effective. It allows for quick and repeated use, making it very affordable and a must-have tool. Alright, now that you have clean water, it's time to eat and relax. Except it is getting a little cold and your jacket is still wet from the rain earlier. What do you do to stay warm? There are many pocket warmers available, but they do run out after a short while and are not reusable. That means eventually you will need to buy more. Luckily, there is a very compact and lightweight blanket to keep you warm. A space blanket or mylar blanket was developed by NASA in the mid-60s and gained popularity due to its price and effectiveness. These blankets are also waterproof, so they can keep you warm and dry. I used to line the outside of my tent with a mylar blanket during winter trips to help keep the heat inside. Things are looking pretty good if it wasn't for all these bugs bugging you. Luckily, there are some great repellents out there. Most insect repellents work the same way. Some are more effective than others, and the right one might simply depend on your needs. I have not found a fully reusable bug repellent. The wristbands made with citronella are the closest things. They are compact and lightweight, and they can be reused, but after many hours, they lose their strength and eventually you will need to get more. So always have some bug spray with you. Now you have everything you need. You have your water, your shelter, you have light, you have food. Bugs aren't bugging you. I think it's time to go to bed. How about saying goodnight to that special someone back at home? Chances are you will have no cell reception in the woods. Making a call or texting someone is out of the realm of possibilities. Communication, however, is still possible. There are many ways to communicate via radio or satellite. My most favorite tool is still under development. It's a backpacking tablet that has got GPS, two-way radio, VHF and UHF receivers, digital and analog radio, weather sensors, many tools to help with location as well as being waterproof, dustproof, mudproof, as well as shockproof. It also has a built-in solar panel to charge itself. Something like this can help you find your way to safety and help rescuers find you. Technology sure has come a long ways, and it's making camping easier and easier. Investing in tools such as the ones I mentioned is a great way to make sure that you're ready for whatever comes your way. So be prepared. And thank you for watching.